listening to Thr Smith Shooting with Friends podcast. All views and opinions of our guests are theirs alone. They don't necessarily reflect how we feel here at the UWC Network or the UWC Network podcasts. If they say something that offends you, I apologize in advance. If you would like to sit down and speak about why what they said offended you, we are all ears and we are eager to have that conversation. If I say something that offends you, I apologize. This is your moment to not press play. Doing so, you understand you are opening yourself up to a situation where you may be offended or you may be overall upset about something that may or may not come out of my mouth. That being said, this is your last chance, Dandelion. You can stop. Okay, here's the show.
Coming to the stage, Thr Smith.
I'll shoot him.
Underworld Cartel.
Who shoot?
Thr Smith, shooting with friends.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's another Saturday, so you know we're shooting. It's Thr Smith. I'm here with somebody who's very, very special to me. You know, I mean, I don't know if you know that how special you are to me, because I talk about you guys all the time. Well, I talk about you guys, and my wife will look at me and say, "Who?" You know?
Sure.
You know, I'm here with Sway of the Bone Crushers. So say hi.
What's up, guys? Sway. Actually, my name is John Escobar, formerly one half of the Bone Crusher tag team, independent wrestler.
Yeah.
Master, pimp, gangster, comedian, and all around good guy. So,
you know what kills me is the fact that you, when you were wrestling, didn't just use your real name. No,
we had my twin brother and I had a couple different names. You know, when we were big, we're Colombian by our dad, so we would use the Colombian neckties.
Yep,
use the Colombian neckties, and we would come out. Our gimmick was kind of come out in suits, and we would do some sort of neck breaker and put a Colombian necktie on you. And then when we hit the independent wrestling scene, we don't look Spanish, and we look more like Maui from Moana. So they dubbed us Samoan Bone Crushers.
Okay, you're getting ahead of me now.
Sorry.
Now. But before we get into all of that, everybody, always, you have the ability to send me texts on our text line. It's 315-791-2280. If you ever hear about an upcoming guest I have coming up, or just in general, you want to tell me how badly I suck or whatever, I don't give a fuck. You send it to me. And if you want to stalk us proper, you can go to linktree.com/UWC4life. It has all the links of everything we do. If you go there and check out the shop, any purchases on the shop help out the podcast. Don't be lame. So, you know, you kind of jumped into it a little bit because I was going to ask you, you know, where are you from? Like,
well, I live in Dunkirk.
Dunkirk, New York.
New York, yeah. Been there. I've been halfway around the world and back. Just kind of traveled a little bit when I was younger.
What do you mean halfway around the world? Like where?
I lived in Spain. I lived in Colombia.
You lived in Spain?
I did. Lived in Spain for almost about a year.
Yeah,
during my college years, which is always a blur. So.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm older, so it was like 1999. So you could actually say 1900s. I lived in Spain. And I lived in Venezuela.
Oof.
Which is a country next to Colombia.
How was that?
Venezuela was cool because they just didn't think I was American because I spoke Spanish and I danced Spanish and I ate off the street and wasn't scared of the water. and I talked English and I spoke English and they're like, "What level are you?" I'm like, "No, I'm American." They're like, "No, you're not."
That's funny.
Yeah, it was good. You know, just being in that area and it's like home for me. I wasn't scared.
Cool.
Yeah, it was great.
You know, so you said Spain, and me personally, I've got about Spain.
Barcelona, which is different, it's its own country.
Yeah,
the state of Catalonia, and Spain has its own problems right now. So
I'll tell you, when it comes to Spain, and this is where I'm going to get very Thr Smith on you. When it comes to Spain, I am very much split on how I feel about Spain. Because one, and we all have our own religious beliefs. I believe in the divinity of Batman, and he derives from Zorro.
Yep. he does.
which was a character that was a Spanish, from Spain, nobleman. So I'm like, oh, Zorro. And then I think about Christopher Columbus and the fact that Spain fucking paid him to do that shit. Everybody goes after Columbus, go after Spain. Yeah, I fucking said it out loud.
Well, every Spanish country still has a statue of Christopher Colon.
Yeah, I know they do.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, Columbus, that asshole. And I'm like, nobody ever fucking says Spain, huh? Why?
They paid for everything.
Learn your history, your real history.
Yeah,
anyway.
they paid for everything.
They paid for everything.
Yeah. And they ruled the world for a long
slaughtered.
time.
Anyway, see, that's a
they
podcast by
ruled
itself.
they ruled the world.
We could literally, you know what? We should.
Yeah. It's funny because, I just read something about Spain and the effects of colonization over the world. And it said the Amazon was filled with civilizations. It wasn't like the Amazon we know now, but just trees and everything else.
Yeah.
And so when the Spanish came over, their bugs, their germs, killed all the indigenous tribes, and then the jungle just grew over all the stuff they built. So
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, like the Incans and the Mayans and all. Fuck.
Yeah, it's funny because I can trace my ancestry to my mom being Puerto Rican, full Taino. My cousin did an ancestry.com, and they're full Taino. There's no African, there's no Dominicans, full Taino.
Wow.
Taino's the Indians that were there before Columbus got there.
Yep.
Little warrior tribe. And I can trace my ancestry from my dad's side to Incas. So native Colombian. So
That's insane, man.
yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
I look Samoan, which is kind of odd.
Brother, I've heard that all my career.
I get Samoan, New Zealander, Pacific Islander.
Same.
Yeah.
And if I ever have a mustache, like one time, just to be for fun, I did like a Hogan style, handlebar mustache.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I got? Filipino.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
Are you
Definitely.
Filipino? And it's like, I looked at him and I'm like, it's
Yeah.
first time for that. And it's the mustache. Yeah. And then I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I guess I could see that. Oh, that's weird. All right.
I love it when you're doing a podcast and
What people are like?
people are just like, I need to talk to you. I'm like, I'm busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, last night must have been fun.
Oh, absolutely. I actually went salsa dancing, so it was great. Always good.
You know what? Let's. You know what? All right, hold on. That's a good segue there. So, your name when I initially met you was they said, "Oh yeah, that's Sway," and I'm like, "Why do they call him Sway?" And I remember your brother saying, "Cause he's smooth like Patrick Swayze, man.
Yeah.
He could dance." And I'm like, "What?
Well,
that's such a random thing."
It is. It was a random thing. We had some friends that lived in New York that just moved to our town.
Yeah.
And we worked at a place called Sunny's downtown Fredonia, if you guys know it. It's a bar, college bar, and I had lost a ton of weight when I lived in Spain. I went from 370 to 285. So I changed my life, right? Skinny, new swag, whatever.
Well, dude, you're not a small guy. I mean, even tall, style.
I'm almost 6'3".
Yeah, you're a big dude. You're a big dude.
And so when I came back, looking like $1 million, looking like a snack, and right?
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. It's
right,
a tasty
right.
cake, right? And so I come back with a nice European kind of flair and style because I did some traveling in Italy and stuff and France. And it's weird because I was dancing and they have a stage there, and I'm a ham sometimes, and I think every professional wrestler is a ham. They like attention, so I'm dancing. My boys walk in, and they're Puerto Rican. They're like, "Whoa!" They saw me dancing. Great. The next day, they come over, trying to say what we're doing after our hangover.
Yeah.
So they come over to eat. They're like, "Man, John was dancing. He looked like Patrick Swayze." And from that day forth,
You were Sway.
Swayze. That's my
funny.
name in my
That is too
closed
funny.
circle. It was great.
That was too funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that explains that whole
Absolutely.
mystery there. How long have you been interested in wrestling?
Oh, I just told this story actually. So when we grew up, our mom was Pentecostal Christian, and she actually was from New York. So she would not watch wrestling with us because back in the day, heels wore black, good guys, the baby faces wore white.
Okay.
Right? That's what it was back in there.
It's like old cowboy.
Tell us till later that she actually knew Carlos Colon. She actually knew Pedro Morales. That was her neighbor. Right?
What?
Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah. I was like, wait, and you don't like wrestling? the reason why she didn't like watching wrestling with us, because she got so into it and animated that she just kind of felt like it was losing her Jesus. So she was getting really into it. So she didn't watch it with us. So we watched wrestling forever. I still remember in my memory bank, still remember Bob Backlund, 1980 something, like taking the beat down from the Samoans.
Okay.
And then, the Iron Sheik puts him in the cloak, and here comes Hulk Hogan, his debut,
Yep.
And we watched, Georgia Championship Wrestling. We watched all these AIWA. We watched all the Briscoe. We watched the Von Erichs. And that's our childhood, right?
Yeah.
So wrestling, cooking shows, fixing your car shows, and fixing your house shows. And the only thing that stuck was the wrestling and the cooking. So, and I can't measure anything. I can measure 3 times and still get it wrong. I can put gas in my car and put some wiper fluid in there and put some air, and that's it, man.
That's about it. Yeah,
wrestling not even always stuck.
I totally understand.
When we were little kids, we were always called the Samoan Brothers because they were the top heel tag teams, and we looked Samoan.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as twins, they're like Samoan Brothers, because they couldn't tell us apart. So.
Interesting. So, how did you start in the whole wrestling game?
I'm going to give credit to Rico Cruz out there.
Rico Cruz,
Richie Cruz.
Crazy Cruz,
freaking Rican, yeah.
You know what's funny? As I knew him back in 2000. Actually, is when I met him. Yeah. And
he was wrestling for OSPW, old school professional, old school.
Oh yeah! Wow, he did.
Wrestling? Yeah,
I didn't even know he did that. He must have did that after I left.
No, he was there when he was. I don't know if he was on the same show as us, but he was. He introduced us to Deacon. And Bishop.
That's so weird.
Sean, right?
It had to have been after I left because I would have remembered.
You were taking a break because
no, they fired me.
No, because the first time we met you,
they fired me for a year.
They did fire you for a year.
Yeah, because I threatened Deacon's father's life.
Oh, that's
when you guys literally came in because I got fired. And then you guys were in.
Yeah, you got fired and we came in.
Yep.
And then the first time you came back, you're like, "Yeah, you're coming to train, assholes."
Yeah.
Because we were super green. We never had training, but we knew how to. We in our lifetime we've taken martial arts.
Yeah,
we know how to fall.
Yeah.
And for being a big guy, listen, you got to be nimble and. And I remember,
I
remember Rob Rugushow, Titus. I remember him,
Titus.
We were just like family from day one, right? And we would travel to Rochester, which is a 2-hour drive on Tuesdays or Thursdays.
Yep, that's what I had.
And we got stuck in storms and everything else. And it was weird. It was crazy because I still remember that gym, the coldness of that gym.
Yep.
But it was home. We felt super comfortable, and I remember doing the warm up. You showed the warm up.
Yeah, the cardio drill,
the
baby.
cardio drill. And you got to jump over the top rope, fling yourself over the top rope, jump over back. And you literally said, "Nope, you don't got to do it." I go, "Get out of my way." And that was the first time of everything you saw a big guy like me vault himself over the top rope and vault back over.
I remember that.
And my brother did the other part where you flip yourself over. And it was like, man, these guys can move.
Yep.
Right? And I think we were just naturally gifted in that sense. And I'm going to say I was a better wrestler than my brother. And he knew it because I never had a pinfall. I never got the 1, 2, 3. He always got the 1, 2, 3. He always got the hot tag.
Here we go. Here we go.
And he in promo skills. The problem is I don't give a shit. I don't care. It just comes out. It just comes out of my face.
I know.
Comes out of my face. And he always wanted to talk about it. He wanted to be cerebral with it. I'm just like, right?
Just say
it's a character, right? Yeah. And he wanted to be cerebral with that. And he still gets mad at that promo shot when you bought us from Big J for the UWC. And he's like, I suck. I'm just like, dude, it's fine. Just work on it.
You know what's funny is that I was just telling my wife about that. I was like, she was all like, "You guys did what now?" I was like, "Listen, the whole gimmick was like you bought people. All right, yes, we bought people
for a watch,
for a watch, right? For the cost of a Perez watch,
right?
Perez is probably going to listen to this and go, "Yeah, it's a nice watch,"
yeah.
In his fucking Perez voice, but
that deep voice that nobody can.
And the reason why that needed to happen the way it happened and everything was because when I came back to OSPW.
Right.
And like I said, I was fired and stuff. So it was like rebuilding, what I was going to do. And, people have their mentalities and their, oh, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to build it. I'm going to go all the way to the top and blah, blah, blah. And that's cool. That's never been my mindset. I'd walk in and see people and go, I could do something with them.
Absolutely.
Oh, fuck, I could do something with them.
Right.
God, I could help that guy out.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw you two, I'm like, no, they need to come with me.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, why? Because they're just big dudes? I'm like, no, because they have potential.
Here's the thing, too. And not for nothing, we wanted our own name, right? We wanted the Colombian neckties. And my brother's like, we should just do the Bone Crushers. And then, the promoter, I won't say his name, but he wanted us to be Samoan because he needed Samoans.
Yeah.
And our first debut, we went against the Spot Monkeys.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, we were supposed to. Big J, he said he was going to have something to go against the Davidsons.
Oh, the Davidsons.
And Davidson's pulling it back. Now, mind you, we come from a place where don't point weapons at us, please.
Yeah, seriously.
Because the line of reality and fakeness or scriptedness, we'll say, is very thin, right? Because we know people who stiff people in the ring on purpose.
Yeah.
And that was that first time where we were considered green, and we were green. And what was his name? The guy who did the Michael Myers gimmick.
Michael Myers. Are you talking about Riot?
No.
Michael Myers?
Michael Myers gimmick. He had a Michael Myers man. He had the
Loose Screw?
Yeah, I think.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wow, you just made me think.
Yeah,
I've never said that name forever.
Oh, he said something about giving new green guys a good shot so they know it's not scripted. Man, he's like, my brother has a FU switch. It's fast, right?
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
fast, right? And he was used to beating people up on it. That was his job.
Yeah, no,
only when they needed it. He's like, and I saw his whole body tense up. I go over there. Now, mind you, I'm blessed with a lot of patience and discernment. So I go, hey, bro, you don't know us. Don't say that because I just saved your life. Because my brother he was about to get you. Right? Yep. And so he's like, it was just, I go, don't say nothing, walk away.
And I'm going to be completely honest with you. Loose Screw, the first time I met him was in Schenectady, in SPW, working for Uncle Chip Stetson. And he was always a cock out there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, if you talk to him, he was okay when he wasn't in gimmick mode, but for the most part.
Yeah, I think it's all gimmick stuff. And he just
he would go even out there. And I remember he would try to act like he was a big deal out there. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, dude, I think I've been doing this longer than you.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me like I'm a piece of shit. You know?
No, I mean, after that, I think we gained the respect of Alibretti in the locker room real quick after that.
Yeah.
And we were on point, man. We were on point with the run-in we had. And it was, I don't even know where it is. I can't find the video. There's so much video that I wanted.
I'm sure we could find it for you.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Let me make some calls. To see
I've
if
been
I can
looking for video with my brother in the ring, and I think some of your listeners, your listeners don't know that my brother passed away about 7 years ago.
We're going to talk about that later.
You got it.
I want to talk about that later. Seriously.
Sure.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So I tried to get all the videotape I can.
Absolutely.
Because video never goes anywhere, and kind of like I need it.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
So and we were always helpful and just kind of helping everybody, and at certain times, again, we were green and doing moves that kind of like diminished our strength of a character. And now I know, as an older person who paid attention to more wrestling and kind of learned from other people, that you're allowed to say no, man. That's going to hurt my character. That's going to hurt my character. We can do it a different way, right? We can do it a different way.
There's always a different way.
Yeah, there's always a different way, and you just got to have communication because it's in the ring, it's all about trust.
Yep.
If I can't trust you, I'm gonna get hurt.
No, you're not.
You're gonna get hurt. So
absolutely,
everybody has if this is not our full-time job, right? Yep. And we all have to go back to work the next day. And I can't go into work with a black eye or a broken arm or a broken cheekbone that I freaking got out of a ring once. I broke my butt bone.
I think I remember that, actually.
Yeah, I couldn't sit down for 6 months,
Shit. Like you went to a Diddy party. All right, let me
never.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. Mark out for these words. Depending on which social media you decide to identify yourself with, we probably have that social media. Right now, I'm talking about X. X UWC for Life is on there. You can see tweets, twits, twats, whatever. What are they, exclamations? I'm not exactly sure what they call them these days. But you can find us there at UWC, the number 4 Life. You will get some updates that will be shared among the multiverse of social medias. Is it a multiverse? I mean, each one of them has its own. Yeah, I guess it could totally be. So check us out on X, UWC, the number 4 Life.
This is Lumberjack Brian. I just want to let you guys know you should really hit up Facebook.com/UWC for Life. It is too
Can't say that.
Can't say it?
Can't say that. That's registered trademark.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Totally. There's a lawsuit about it right now.
From who?
From the guys that own it. The big guys. Yeah.
They seriously trademarked that?
Yeah, they did.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Hey, you can just give the address. Just give the address again.
Just give the address.
Yeah, just go.
Facebook.com/UWC for Life.
Here it go. Yeah. Any Bomb Squad, I see you, homie. Bomb Squad. I see you. Black and Gold. Yeah. Antonio. Thr Smith. Tiger Smith. Let's take it deep. Dangerous. Excellent.
You always have the best songs, man.
They were all custom.
They always hit hard, man.
They're always custom too.
Take it deep.
Take it. Like the shirt. What's up? No, the reason why I call this the segment "Take It Deep" is because I want to go in a little bit. I want it to go deep.
Sure.
In the whole thing.
I know. No sandpaper condom, though.
No sandpaper. You remember that? All right.
I remember Horace White's the white hate crime. I love that,
dude. Fuck him.
I like him. You know what I'm saying?
He burned me so many goddamn times. Yeah. He did. He burned me so many times, and I kept. For fuck's sake, he burned me so many times. But whatever. I mean, I gotta always tell myself my experiences with people are not your experiences.
No,
with
absolutely.
People. And it
helps that we're both we're scary and we're monsters too. And I don't think anyone want to screw us over.
Oh yeah.
Well,
all right, here we go. See, that's funny because my one question I was going to ask, and I felt like it kind of answered it in the last segment, was what was the general reaction to you guys in the locker rooms? I mean, you spoke a little bit about the loose screw
I think
thing.
that everybody, obviously, we know that wrestling is all about opportunity and what the promoter wants.
Yes,
because it went from being like Hulk Hogan, Diesel, Razor Ramon, all these big guys to, and then that went to Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, showmanship. It's all these circular kind of things. It's whatever the promoter wants. The promoter looks for characters. We just filled the role of characters for him.
Well, see, this is what I'm thinking about, though.
Yeah,
because I understand exactly what you're saying, but I'm saying like. Loose screw, be damned. Anybody else that would just look at you guys going like, these fucking guys just literally walked in and they potentially took my spot. Did you ever feel that from people?
No. Because
really?
I don't think we did. We didn't feel it because they never said anything.
Well, fuck, you guys are huge.
Yeah. Well, no, we're huge, and it's like, we did. Again, it's an opportunity. And
you look like you're half the size you were when I met you.
Oh yeah, my highest weight at one point in my lifetime was 560 pounds.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right now I'm about 345.
Holy shit!
No
dude.
surgery. Yeah, I was on some Ozempic type drugs, or no, they're not paying me for this. But if anyone's on that stuff, please get off.
On what?
Ozempic, Wegovy, Majoro.
That's funny. I know people on that.
It's gonna hurt you. And
I figured.
Yeah, and I'm fortunate and blessed that I got off of it because they didn't have my dosage. And the weight came back, and I adopted a carnivore-ish diet last May.
Okay.
Down 50 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, down 50 pounds. If you're going to do that, please do your research, please. They're not paying me for either.
No, that's cool.
And it's amazing how the food devil is sugar.
I'm aware.
Yeah, no,
I'm aware.
I hate keto. I hate all that stuff, and it never took the craving of sugar away because you're like, oh, I can have this much, a little pinch, but honestly, FYI, I warned you, it'll make you go down the rabbit hole of food nutrition and the Rockefeller syndrome all day long. If you're a conspiracy person,
oh
yeah,
you just touched a thing about the whole fact that the Rockefellers were backing so much of the FDA, and if they can't cure it, it's okay because they make money off of it.
Yeah, they made the.
Don't get me started on that. I will fucking go all day on that. So you didn't know that, huh? That I knew that shit.
Here is what I know about. Here's what I know about this. So they wanted worker bees. They don't want free thinkers.
No, not
right?
at all.
They wanted worker bees. So how do you control them? Put stuff in their food. Now, mind you, I've been big all my life, and the only thing that's kind of not let me have the bad guts is this carnivore diet.
Really?
We had allergy stuff. We're allergic to citrus. We're allergic to milk. All this stuff.
Yep.
And then when you're on keto, you can eat these low carb, high fiber wraps. Worst thing ever, because now I know that I'm gluten insensitive. So
you're what now?
Gluten insensitive. I can't eat gluten.
Really?
Yeah, I can't eat bread. It just messes with my stomach. It doesn't make me feel good.
Fuck, I should look into that.
Yeah, carbs are the devil. If you just stay, I'm adopting one word food.
You know what really fucking sucks?
Fruit. Yeah.
Yes, meat. No, I
You
know
love carnivore.
I know I'm lactose intolerant, and let me tell you, I love cheese.
Oh God, yeah, no, I limit cheese.
I
You would love
love it.
carnivore if you did it. Do it for 30 days.
I love meat.
Get the book. Get it from Kindle. Do the book. Yeah. I'll send you some stuff. Some doctors. There's a cardiologist that I follow. So yeah, do it. Yeah, it'll change your life.
What different companies have you worked for?
Oh, OSPW. We did ESW one time.
Okay.
I love those guys. Brett.
Yeah.
They're a great show. Probably the biggest show in Western New York by far.
Oh yeah. No, definitely. I agree.
We worked for PWR, which doesn't exist. I think it's something else. But Brett bought it from ESW. They call it ESW flagship or something.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
PWR.
So wait, ESW bought another company?
Yeah, in Erie, out of Erie.
Really?
We were tag team champions there forever.
I remember that. Okay,
Yeah.
well that was
we had the best time there. And we've come to the, obviously we were big guys and we're still big guy, but
yeah.
It's more the fact that, just for example, Samoan Bone Crushers, right?
Yes.
Now we know now that Samoans are a dynasty. As of today, Samoans have been a dynasty forever, right?
Man, brother.
Right? That's what they call it, right? And I love Roman Reigns, and I want to meet the Usos and whatever. So Titus trained with those guys.
Yeah,
he
did.
trained with those guys, and we had known Titus for about 6 months. And my brother talked to everybody, and he actually messaged the guys, off in Sika when they were still alive. God bless their soul. And he sent them our dates. He sent them some video, and they're like, "Are you guys Samoan?" And my brother's like, "No, sir, we're not." He's like, "Okay, piece of advice. We would love to. We would love to come down, train with us, and if we W that name, yes, sure. But you can get blacklisted from you can get blacklisted from competing in other companies if they realize you're not Samoan, because we kind of own that kind of thing." And that's what my brother told me. Whether it's I don't think he was embellishing or anything like that. But so we dropped it. So we just became the Bone Crushers.
You know what's funny about that is when I started back, and I was going to New Millennium in 2000.
New Millennium, wow.
Yeah, New Millennium
what was the one
Wrestling.
from Rochester? Pumpkin, Johnny. Pumpkin.
You did Next Year Wrestling.
Yeah.
But fucking New Millennium, when I walked through the door, because I had a little bit of hair, they're like, "Man, you look like Prince Iakea. Are you Samoan?" And I'm like, "No." And they kept trying to push me to do a Samoan gimmick.
Yeah.
And I said to them very nicely, without knowing any of this shit, okay, pre-bloodline and all that, because of my knowledge of wrestling, I said, that is a thing that I am not, and I will never claim that. And they got mad at me for it.
Yeah, I mean,
and for you to say that right now, that it strengthens what I said fucking 20 years ago. I'm like, exactly. It's, and then when I remember meeting you guys, and I remember asking you, I was like, "Are you guys Samoan?" And you were like, "No, we're Cuban." Yeah, and I was like, "Then fucking be that." I remember saying that to you because I was like, "Fuck that shit. You're not Samoan."
Yeah.
It's ironic, They look at you and it's such it's a racist fucking thing to do, guys. Yeah, I said it. It's racist.
Don't get canceled.
Just no, fuck that.
No,
cancel
not you, but them canceling for.
But fuck it, cancel them then.
Yeah.
Because it's like, dude, just because you see somebody with brown skin and he's got Islander fucking And when I say Islander, I don't mean Samoan. There's a lot of fucking islands out there, guys. Fucking Japan's a bunch of islands. Okay. there's islands out there.
Ireland is an island.
Ireland, fucking Scotland, right? You know?
Yeah.
But my point being is this: do not fucking lump people together like that, man. It's like looking at an Italian person and be like, "Yo, look at that white dude."
Yeah.
They're gonna tell you I'm fucking Italian. Yeah. Looking at a fucking Jamaican dude and saying, "Look at that black guy, I'm Jamaican." You know? They're gonna flip out. So please don't do that anymore.
I think it takes a 5-minute conversation to figure out who somebody is.
But
yeah.
It's also the intelligence of somebody to absorb the fact that not every single fucking person's the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, I think I read somewhere where the normal human being reinvents themselves 4 to 5 times a lifetime. The normal man.
Reinvents themselves?
Reinvent themselves, like change their life for the better. Learn a new skill. Learn something different.
What if they do it more than that?
Yeah, it's okay. That's
okay, cool. I'm ahead of the curve.
You're blessed with multiple intelligences.
I was just thinking multiple personalities. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Don't look at me like that. I saw that over there.
No, but at the same time, those guys, God rest their soul, they actually called Rob. I think Rob talked to them.
Really?
Yeah, and Rob's like, dude, they checked in on you guys. They want to see how you guys move. And Rob always said, dude, you guys are big as shit, but you guys move like cruiserweights.
Yeah.
And cruiserweights were a thing.
Oh,
right? And again, like when you ask the question about do we feel any like animosity or whatever, it all depends, right? It all depends, right? Because there's people who didn't bump for us. And there was people who didn't bump for us. I'm like, and we're green and we didn't want to be like considered bullies or bad guys. Like, dude, we're benching. At one point, we were benching like 450 each. And we were big. And holy smokes, man. Like, don't get me started with some other stuff. The two dudes that looked like us that stole our gimmick.
Huh?
Authors of Pain.
Do
you not see a striking resemblance to us?
A little bit. Actually,
a little bit.
Back in that day. Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I never even thought it could. All right. It's all right. Wow. All right.
So we got, we went to the TNA show.
Yeah, I remember that.
We went to the TNA show.
You went there with Ish and fucking Trip, I think, right?
Yeah, no. We went to the TNA show. Manny got us front row seats. It was in Jamestown, New York, which is 20 minutes away from us. And we dressed up in gimmick. Puerto Rican gangster.
I swear to God, I remember you telling me about that.
And then he noticed us big time. AJ Styles was there. What's his name? The one that did a porno with Paige. Porno with Paige.
Xavier Cruz.
Yeah, Xavier Woods or whatever.
Woods, yeah.
He was called Consequences Creed then.
Yes.
And so,
which I like that gimmick better.
We met Bob from TNA, and he was like, you guys are workers? He goes, yeah, He goes, he basically said, make people notice you.
Really?
So mind you, it's in our town, pretty much in our town, and we, people know us, and they were chanting Bone Crushers, Escobar, Bone Crushers, and so the road agent came out, and who was the road agent? The road dog, Jesse James.
Get the fuck out of here.
And they're like, my buddy's like, yo, he's looking at you. I'm like, yeah, who cares? Like, again, in our brain, we're the superstars, right?
Yeah.
So we're the superstars, and we made us look. Everybody looked at us, and they're chanting our names. And I remember what's his face, James Storm. And he stopped the match between him and the Dudleys, and he goes, "I hate New York, And we're right in front row, and he gets on right by us. He goes, "I hate New York for 2 reasons. Damn Yankees!" And he looked at us and pointed at us. He said, "Stupid immigrants." Bro,
dude, that's awesome.
Yo, it was great. And then we're like, and we pushed that railing back. We're like, what? And then
awesome.
And it was almost like we're part of the show. People thought that we were gonna jump in. We were part of the show. We were gonna jump over and yeah. And so we get in the ring. They take pictures, and we actually took a picture with.
Wait, you got to get into the ring?
Yeah. We got into the ring afterwards where they take pictures.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Dave Koya, Warpath, came and he was there, and we took a picture.
Warpath.
Yeah, we took a picture together, and I love that man.
Dude, I love him.
He's people don't understand him, but Dave is full of kindness and he's full of compassion, and he's such a creative
you forgot
person.
one thing. You forgot one thing he's full of. Passion. Did you say passion?
Oh, yeah, I said passion.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I didn't hear it right.
No, he's passionate.
He is a passionate motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, man. He loves, and I remember him.
Everything he does, he's passionate about.
And he loves it. He's doing a comic book, I think, right now.
Is he really? I've been working on one forever, and I swear to God, I've been slugged on it.
Yeah, and so, we took it to the ring. AJ Styles is like 5 foot.
He's like 5'6", 5'7". Yeah.
We tower over him.
Oh, yeah.
Because with our boots on, we're 6'4".
Jesus
He's
Christ.
like, y'all tag team.
Yeah, well,
I go, we are. And the guy from the camera, the promoter, was taking the picture. He looked at, he goes, "Stay here, stay put."
Okay.
And so we got outside, and he goes, "You have a video?" Now, mind you, we have a promo video. We don't know anything about that stuff.
Okay.
Right? So we contacted who we were working with. Hey, can you put a DVD together?
Yeah,
We didn't know enough to kind of edit the bad stuff.
Oh yeah.
Stuff.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. And so we gave it to him, and it was almost like a laughing stock in the background. These professional guys are always laughing, and I sometimes I've had
Wait, they made fun of you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Really?
not to our faces, of course. Right.
Wow.
So that's what we found out later, and then I go and I handed it to the road dog. After I'm going, listen, the next time they were in Buffalo, so we got front row tickets for free.
Okay.
We met the road dog.
How tall is he?
6'4".
He's a big dude, right?
Yeah, he's big. Yeah, nobody noticed he's that big. 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah. He's a tall guy.
And he's he looked at me and Manny goes, "Oh, I got plans for you guys." I looked at you guys and and then our luck, right?
Yeah.
Or God's intervention that he got fired for the role. He got fired, went back to WWE. And I looked, and before I gave him the CD, I'm like, or DVD, I said, "I'm embarrassed to give this to you, sir. What we don't have on this DVD, we make up with presence, because you cannot teach presence. You cannot teach stardom. You can't, if you have the it factor, we have that. This DVD does not show that. Because, again, you just said about animosity and promoters not using us correctly.
Yeah,
because, everybody has ego.
Absolutely.
Right? Everybody wants to be the
This goes
superstar.
back to my question. How did they treat you?
Yeah. And so we got placed in gimmick matches. We got placed in you're losing, you're counting out. It just sometimes didn't make sense. Oh, he's gonna power bomb you. What do you mean? We're over 300 pounds. How can somebody 180 pounds who doesn't look like John Cena power bomb us?
But God,
green, and thank God you stepped in. You're like, you're not doing that. You're not doing that.
Yeah.
And that was great advice, because it showed us that people in the business do care about each other.
I do recall speaking to both of you about it. I was like, listen, you can put somebody over, but it doesn't mean you have to lay down.
Right. Don't look weak.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing that people on the indie, I think, I can't even say I feel like it's gotten better. I don't think it has.
No.
Where it's small guys have the little man complex, and they just need to look tough against big guys. And there's a way to get your heat and the way to look good and not put the other guy down in a way that's going to make them look so bad that nobody's going to want to fucking book them. And it's that was one of my fears for you guys.
We had that.
Johnny Swift's going to come in and powerbomb you. I mean, he never said that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Like a 130-pound dude come in and I'm going to choke slam you.
Well, then we had guys who didn't want to work us.
Yeah.
We did Curtis Walker's show, right?
No comment about that mother man.
I know him personally. Wrestling aside, you know what I'm saying? We did that show. And it was decent, in the Armory, right? That's where you guys ran, which is or whatever, on Good Friday. And he had a decent crowd. And we were doing, this is a great story.
Wait, he ran in the Armory? I don't even remember him.
He only had one show in the Armory. Because he had the Nasty Boys.
Oh.
He had the Nasty Boys. The Nasty Boys saw us. He was like, "Yo, are we working with you guys? Because we already got ideas." We're like, "No, we're not. We're working Tommy, Small Tommy. Tommy Two Guns.
Yeah, Tommy One Shot, whatever.
Yeah, Two Guns. And
he's like 100 pounds.
It was a squash match.
Okay, all right.
And
good guy though.
That, and then we were watching the guy who wore the black. He was like a disco guy with a skull mask on. I don't know.
Are you fucking? So you're talking about O.G. Hendricks?
Yeah, that's him.
Sean Lane. You were working Sean Lane. What the fuck? That's a throwback.
Yeah. And so we were there, and we ran down the ramp and stuff, and it's a squash match. So OG was doing something else. He kind of we're going to just do this gimmick stuff. And he let Tommy take the beat down.
Of course.
Now, Tommy's girl was pregnant. Tommy's girl was pregnant.
That's right.
Dude, we're going to freaking squash you. We're going to take care of you, but we're going to squash you. Tell your girl, because we don't want her having a panic attack. Or having the baby right there in Good Friday.
Fuck
right?
me, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, and it's hilarious because we're like, yeah, it's good. So he tries to clothesline Manny 4 times. Manny just vaults him in the air, 20 feet in the air, take the bump. We just destroy him. OG's on the outside, kind of like, I'm not trying to get in there.
Oh.
And then we double splash him. This girl is going crazy. Text messaging. My cousins are like, we need to get out of here. You killed this guy. They thought it was completely real because his girl was going nuts. His girl was crying and blah, blah. And then, like, he comes out at popcorn, all bandaged up, fake cast.
Yeah.
All that stuff. And she's like crying, are you okay? And he gets back there. I'm like, dude, what the freak, man?
Yeah.
Did you not tell her? He goes, dude, sorry, man. I couldn't tell her because then she would know it was fake. And I needed to get sympathy. Dude, I think he stole like $200 worth of gimmick wear. After that.
Good. That was good for the baby.
Yeah, that was good. You know what I'm saying? And so, but then, there was a run-in with an older wrestler with a chair, and we was like, okay. And
older wrestler?
Yeah. Barry Hardy?
I've got nothing good to say about Barry Hardy.
Well,
all right,
Barry's
go ahead.
a okay guy.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Well, we don't have that experience with him. And then, for some reason, he thought we kind of snuffed him.
Really?
Snubbed him or whatever. Because, he was an 80s wrestler.
Yeah, I know. He tried to make me a Samoan. He was my first trainer.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, So,
that's why I'm like, yeah, fuck that dude.
Because we were working for Johnny.
Okay.
What's his name? Was it Hellcat? I don't know. It might have been Hellcats.
Wait, you worked for Hellcat?
Well, one time.
Yeah.
He wanted us to destroy the Spot Monkeys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Hellcat booked the Spot Monkeys?
Yeah, it was Brian and
Trip. Yeah.
No, not Brian and Trip.
Yeah, those are the Spot Monkeys.
No, the other one. What's his face?
Eric?
Yeah. They want us.
Wait, are you sure that was Hellcat and that wasn't fucking
That was Hellcat. It was a show because the Easy Riders were there.
Easy
Riders.
Yeah, I don't even know who these.
Yeah, these guys they're newer guys that we faced a couple times in MFW.
Okay.
So yeah, and so that's where I broke my butt muscle or the butt bone when I was doing amazing the height that I got off the leg drop.
Yeah.
I mean, I vaulted myself up, and one of the boards was, I think, warped.
Yeah, it sounds
came
about
down.
right.
All my force went from down right up the tutor, and I was like,
Ow, your hole?
yeah. I mean, I couldn't sit down for 6 months, dude.
Jesus Christ,
it was
dude.
crazy. But wrestling's not ballet.
How many titles did you guys win?
One.
Just the Erie one?
Erie one, because people didn't want to lose to us.
That's
Every finisher that we came up with, we do that. We do that. That's in our repertoire. Sorry, we do that.
Well, I'm sorry. Then we're gonna do it better because we're bigger.
Yeah, we're brand new. We're green.
I understand.
And Erie guys, they loved us, man, and it was great because I am not the heel. In our town through MFW, we were baby faces. Our first show in Maximum Force Wrestling, Dave Goya, we were over 600.
Really?
Mind you, me and my brother sold almost 400 of those tickets.
I hope you guys got compensated.
Yeah, we did concessions. Yeah, we got the ring was in our. It was good. You know what I'm saying? It was good.
Fuck! Wait. Let's back that up. So wait a minute. Did you like get commission for each ticket?
Yeah.
So you got commission for each ticket, and you were doing concessions.
Yeah. Because that was our job. We get it was like
bro.
$1 ticket or whatever, and then we got.
Why'd you stop? That sounds like you guys were like, man.
Well, it was a lot of stuff.
Okay.
A lot of stuff. And it's almost like a blur because we were working and then we weren't working and we had our food truck and everything else, and when we wrestled, we lost money, right?
I remember you saying that.
Yeah,
because
when we
you would
wrestled,
open up
we
a
lost
food
money.
truck
Yeah.
on the days of wrestling shows,
Yeah.
and
We lose money because we have to be there.
Yeah, because you were in a college town,
Yeah.
so that's like those are the big nights. Like you'd park outside of a bar or a club or something.
Got it. Yeah, and we were popular, man. And
Gotcha.
we lost money, and we can't afford to get hurt and stuff. And
Did you start a restaurant?
We did have a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, all our burgers were named after
I remember the Big Show burger. I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. Big Show was 4 patties. A couple people took it down.
Yeah, I could fucking handle that.
Yeah, so 40 ounces of beef and cheese.
Jesus Christ.
And you can get it any style because the Macho Man style was pulled pork and a fried egg.
Oof.
So if you wanted a...
Wait, why was Macho Man a pulled pork and a fried egg?
Well, Macho Man was the shaggy hair.
Oh, okay.
And Elizabeth was the pretty white girl on top.
Oh, I see what you're saying there. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Okay.
Right.
All right.
So, and the Bone Crusher burger was in between 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. And I'm telling you right now, we did that way before any other restaurant did that.
That's kind of funny.
So Bone Crusher. So you can have that's called the Bone Crushers were 2 patties. Sorry, the Ultimate Warrior was the bacon, and so you could have each one be a different burger.
Yeah.
But stacked together. So you could have all these patties, every different style. So
why do I want to eat these things?
It's Fat Boy Central, man.
I don't give a shit, man. I'm like, whatever, man. I'm gonna.
Yeah, and my culinary skill has gotten way, way more advanced.
It has.
Yeah. Honestly,
From when you were a kid, you were watching culinary shit.
Yeah.
Now you're like, you've taken it to the next level.
Yeah, my brother really believed in my cooking, and so he's like, "You can be Bobby Flay." he goes, I have, he goes, "You have $1 million empanada recipe." When you taste mine and you say somebody else's, it's not. I didn't make it, and I'm not saying mine's the best. I'm saying that I have my own flavor profile that you will know when you eat mine, and then you will know the difference when you eat somebody else's. I make all the Puerto Rican food. I make all the Colombian food. So,
let's talk about Manny.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm allowed to talk about it because for a long time I was upset.
I know you were.
Yeah.
And that's why I never approached you about it because.
But you were there though.
Yeah.
You came.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was a while since I've seen you guys. You know what I'm saying? And you guys came. That meant the world to us. And I'm speaking on behalf of him because I can.
Absolutely. You guys were identical twins.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's like I don't know if you're aware of how many times he would fucking call me. He would call me and he'd just randomly call me.
He talked to everyone.
And he would just call me and be like, "Hey coach, what's going on, man?
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna be down there." And the fact that you both call me coach is just always I don't know why. It made me feel like
because you were our coach, man.
I know, but it made me feel special.
Because coaches train. Coaches take an interest in somebody and they mold a person.
But I'll tell you, no, fuck that. How did you feel? How did it happen? Like your perspective on everything.
So I'm a overthinker.
Yeah, me too.
And so we lived together, and we were both over 500 pounds. Just scraping through life, man.
Yeah,
scraping through life. We're just surviving, and sometimes it didn't feel like that. And we were eating our feelings. We always had a bad relationship with food. And then Mandy decided he wanted to, we were both working. He was working at the club, being a manager, and he always went through a lot of mental stuff. He wasn't mentally ill, just he always felt things deeper than most people.
I get it.
And he didn't like that feeling, so his stuff was anger, right?
I get that a lot.
Yeah. So I kind of pieced it down to we, as young kids, we always ran barefooted, so we scraped our nails a whole bunch. So we have thick nails. Now, bear with me. So he went to a doctor. He wanted to get back and healthy, and he wanted to look nice in flip flops. So he took those Lamisil pills that he went to the foot doctor for. Now, mind you, I know now that you're supposed to have a blood test because those pills can make your liver toxic and not make your liver work. And he never got that. The doctor never said get the blood test. So he took the pills for 6 months, and his nails looked better. And then he wanted a job, and he got a job at the county home, being around old people. So you have to get the flu shot. We've never gotten a flu shot. I've never gotten a flu shot ever. I don't believe that I need one, right?
Okay.
So he got a flu shot, and he was there for a little bit, and he got sick. The flu shot made him sick. Just the flu. Got flu symptoms, and he just never recovered from that. And I'm thinking to myself, every comorbid, and then this is before COVID, and he got a job being a security guard, and he never was 100%. And yeah, of course, we're 560, whatever. He just never got better, and he was always drained, and he just started swelling up. And he went to the doctors. Now, mind you, he didn't let me go to the doctors with him because I would have said, nope, he's doing this, X, Y, Z, this is what I see. And it could have easily been me, man. It just happened that it was his turn, right? He had every symptom that COVID patients have. He died from acute respiratory distress syndrome because I've heard rumors where he blew up inside, he melted, his organs melted. I'm like, where do people get this stuff from? Right? And he passed away from that. He passed away because he was on the tube, on the respirator.
Yeah.
And his kidneys were shutting down, so they had to take some fluid out of him. And hard to see. Hard to see, right? And he was in a coma, right?
Yeah.
He was in a coma, and he woke up because they didn't monitor his, and he tried to pull the tube out, and then he got an infection, and that was a wrap.
He got an infection
from trying to pull the tube out, because I don't understand how somebody so strong could be so, he almost broke the hospital bed. That's how he was, whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And, that's how it happened. And, I see him in the mirror every day. I talk shit to him, saying, "You're good looking today, bro." But that's what I have to do, right?
I get you.
I have to keep his memory alive. I got to live a better life. His death has probably pushed me to more of a health journey than anything. And I was with a woman, and I still care about this woman, because she went through it with me. I don't think I would have made it without her. And so I will always love them. She just got married. So I will always love her. I'll always love her family. Her family was really supportive.
Wow.
And I still go through the grieving process, right? It's like, I'm going to put it to you this way. Me and Manny, yes, identical twins. Identical twins.
Yeah.
I consider us brothers first. And we just happen to be identical twins because, brothers are similar, but they're very different.
No, and I noticed that from knowing you two.
Yeah, no, we're very different. Our voices were the same, so I learned to lower my voice and speak slowly.
Yeah.
He always carried the big stick, though, you know. But it took me a lot of time, and you already know, I'm not perfect, but I'm a Christian man, and my faith has really kind of pulled me through.
Okay.
And I know that I just told the story too to a friend I just reconnected with. Where the church we were in is our childhood church. It was standing room only, from people from different states, from people from I think one person from a different country came. It was crazy in the church. And I get up there and what am I supposed to do? I can't break down. And I'm well, for everybody who doesn't know me, I'm John, his twin brother, because he talked to everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. And today, the count stands at 12 people he saved their lives by just talking to them. 12. One of the wrestlers, I won't say his name, we were wrestling, and he was asking, we always prayed with our partners, our wrestlers, and we're like, hey, man, if you don't believe him, just stand right here. It's cool. We're just going to pray for
I remember
us
seeing you guys do that in the back room.
Yeah. For us to, and one wrestler didn't pray with us because he didn't believe in God. I'm like, all right, man, that's cool. Yeah. And he got hurt. And let's say God did that, but, but he was talking to one of our guys, and he's like, hey, man, he can ask you a question. He's like, what's God mean to you? And he just told him, 5-minute conversation.
Yeah.
The next time he wrestled him, the next month, he's like, hey, man, I just want to say thank you. He goes, me and my girl went to church.
Really?
And he got baptized and everything else. And he's like, thank you. He was like, yeah, man, it's cool. It's awesome you did that. He goes, no, I had my clothes laid out, bro. I had my clothes, my suit laid out. I was about to unalive myself.
Really?
Yeah. And that conversation saved his life.
Wow.
And, through stories, through internet chats with people I've had. And I ran the truck after he passed away for a little bit. And people would come up to me crying. They didn't know. And they're like, he saved my life. He saved my life. And I felt like, holy crap, I'm the evil twin brother who doesn't talk to people.
No, man.
Right? No, we just had a different style of communicating. And Manny was the kind of person who always needed people around. That's not bad. He cared for people in a way that I don't think I'm capable, but I don't. This in a deeper way, and that's his legacy. It'll always stay alive, right? People still message me, his girlfriends, girls who are just friends, and they wish me happy birthday, check in on me. His fraternity brothers, right? Yeah. It's funny. This is a really crazy small world. My buddy's dating a woman from Kendall, and we're meeting. He goes, "Hey, can you come up? I'm meeting all her friends. I don't want to be there alone." I'm like, "Yeah, man." So me and my buddy Alex show up, And I walk into this bar, Red, White, and Brews, right? It's downtown. You know that place?
No.
And I look at the bartender, and he's a black guy. I'm like, holy smokes, I know this guy. I know him.
Yeah.
He looks at me, he goes, I know exactly who you are. Now, his name is Omar.
Okay.
I've known 2 Omars. And that's one of his, and I met him twice. One at the funeral, and I walk into his bar almost 7 years later.
Yeah.
It was like he treated me like I'm Manny and his brother. And like, right? And it's amazing, like his legacy left. And it's, I've met so many people through him. I can't even make it up. I'm on a train in France, traveling with my friend Jamal Muhammad. Jamal Muhammad is my boy. We met in Spain almost 30 years ago, probably. We're on the train. He's like, I'm like, yeah, we're kind of popular. We know people. My brother really, he knows a lot of people. He goes, dude, you're probably some fat, smelly kid who probably ran away, who's getting bullied. Kind of like messing with me. I'm like, no, man, we're kind of popular. We know people. The exact moment the train stopped, let some passengers on. Some people are talking English. We don't care. We're just talking to ourselves. And then this girl comes up and says, hey, are you John Manny's brother from Fredonia? In France.
That's
on the train.
Weird.
His mouth dropped. Yeah. We've been to New York and Planet Hollywood eating. The girl from Fredonia was there. All the kitchen staff came out, was hugging Manny. Didn't even say hi to me. And I always make this joke where even my family liked Manny more.
Stop it.
Because Manny didn't speak Spanish. Our Spanish family, he didn't speak Spanish. And so I'm translating. Right? I'm translating.
Dude, I'm crying like I'm a fucking water faucet.
Oh,
because
man.
no, dude.
I know, man. It's just,
All right.
Here's the adage, I'll tell you. It took me a long time to realize this. Everything they say about death is true. They say they don't want you to be sad. They want you to live your best life. The sun will come up tomorrow. All these things come from somewhere. And they're absolutely true. Because my brother, God rest his soul, wouldn't want me to be sad. He would want me to live my life to the fullest. Right? Because I will see him again one of these days. Because I know he's in heaven and I will see him with my mother and my fam. And this is where I'm getting choked up here too. I gotta live my best life till I get there. That's it.
His service, that hurt me so bad because, all right, here we go.
People don't know this side of you. He did, and we do. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody with wrestling. Mm-hmm. We'll say that with wrestling. We always say things to feed our character and feed our gimmicks and shit, right?
Right.
And I'll never forget when I heard the news that he had passed. And it hurt me so bad because I'm like, and then this is how fucked up my head is. It's like, he's the first soldier down.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's UWC for life. And I've always said that. You know what I mean? And because that's how I feel about everybody I've let into this small family.
True.
And that's how I care about every one of you. So when he went down, I'm just like, what? And then I remember me and Perez going to this thing, and I'm just like, I didn't even know how to react because I'm like, I've never had to be put in this situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to see you and see the picture board with pictures of all of us together, I'm just like,
yeah.
It hurt. It hurt bad, man.
Yeah.
And then I saw that piece of shit Jonathan Ash walking. Do you remember what happened? They pulled me into a different room because I was going to fucking kill him right there on the spot.
Yeah.
Because what he used to say to you guys.
Yeah.
He used to fucking eviscerate you guys online.
And one thing, here's the thing. We didn't know. We didn't know because we didn't pay attention.
It killed me because I'm like, he would talk shit. You openly admitted you were green and whatever and whatnot. Yeah. But he would fucking go on there and just start talking shit and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, you don't even know these guys.
Right.
So the fact that he even showed up, I'm like...
Well, here's the thing. You can talk shit all you want.
Fuck.
Okay, so... I think it was Al Snow. We took that, Al Snow thing. And we were ready to wrestle.
Right in my school.
Yeah. And he was like, we're not wrestling. We're just going to talk, because we're going to say the same bad moves, This is what we learned. Character development is one of those things.
Yep.
Even if, listen, we learned this in Erie, PA, PWR. We were such bad heels. They're making signs. They're breaking Bone Crushers ate my lunch signs, throwing Twinkies at us.
That was the UWC. They always fucking cheers.
Right. So that's what I'm saying to you. Even at OSPW, where my brother put a plant, I didn't even know, he put a plant in the scene, one of his guys that he worked with. And he said, Bone Crushers rule. And he's like, turn around. Yeah, you stupid people. This is a real fan. And the guy flips the sign over. And it said, idiots.
Yeah.
My brother grabs the sign, and he rips the sign up and he pushes this guy. I'm like, dude, you can't do that. No, it's good. You're all good. This old lady comes over and says, you can't do that. You can't do that. Man, he goes, shut up, Grandma, or I'll break your hip. You saw the Steve Rogers, Steve Austin going, the slow
bionic woman.
She was slapped him in the arm. He's like, you're done, Grandma. And that's our gimmick, right? We're heels.
Yeah.
We didn't know we were facing. It was like Corey.
I don't.
He was an Asian kid.
Corey.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He was he had I don't know. So we were facing. There was a squash match, and literally Manny goes in the corner. Every punch, every slap, ripped his shirt off. He goes, Grandma, this is for you. Takes him, rips his shirt off, wipes
That's what you gotta do.
Wipes his culo with it.
Yeah.
Throws it at Grandma. Now everyone wants to kick our ass. It was amazing. But here's the thing. You can talk shit all you want, right? You still took a 2-hour drive to pay your respect.
I guess.
Do you know what I'm saying? A lot. It's like fake book, man. You can pretend who you are, and I message Jonathan Ash all the time. Now I comment on where he's at in the world.
Yeah.
And everyone can be part of the show without being part of the show, and he does good, bad, and different or ugly. He's been around the world doing the promo stuff that he likes to do, and I applaud him for that. Whether he talk crap, but people change. I don't hold any ill will to the person. But that's the difference. There's people in the world that want to see other people stepping over people to get ahead, right? And I'm not saying that's him, but we always wanted to get everyone better, and we got that from you. You always wanted the best show possible. Whether we lose, we go over, not over, we wanted the best crowds, the best pop, everything. You wanted the best show. Nobody got that from you, though. You know what I'm saying? Only a certain amount of people understood that about you. That you wanted everyone to do well. You wanted to bring wrestling to the forefront of Western New York. You know what I'm saying? So as much as we affected you, you affected us too. Dude, I can probably rip somebody in half right now if I wanted. But what's the point? Right?
Yeah.
What's the point? And if internet's full of shit talkers. Okay. Great.
You ain't lying.
No, yeah. Yeah, but no, the death of my brother will never get better. It just gets different. I just said that to a friend who lost one of her triplet brothers.
Jesus.
She asked me before she asked me, it doesn't get any better. It gets different. And honestly, and I'll tell you this, it comes in waves, and sometimes I'm sad, and sometimes I grieve, and sometimes I cry. That's okay. You let it out. I was with my boys, and it's always a double-edged sword. In a space like this, bar, drinking, we do the same stuff since we were 15 years old.
Yeah.
And I get drunk, I'm having a good time, and then it just snaps. We're missing Manny. It's not the same. Right? Not the same. And I go back to the hotel. I'm staying by myself, and my friends are staying in another room. I come out, I'm hammered. I come out, I'm going to go use the bathroom. He's literally in my hotel room. He goes, don't go in the bathroom for 45 minutes. Because he blew it up. If you know, it's a movie reference.
Yes, it is.
Right? And he's like, and he was always like, oh, you like girls now?
You like
I saw you talking to some girl on the phone. I was like, what?
That's funny.
Whatever, we'll talk about it when you come out. And then I just come out, and I felt like he was physically in my room. Right?
That's funny.
And then my cousin, I told him the story the next day, and he stopped drinking way before I did that the night before. And he said that he saw him at the bar. He took a drink, and he looked up, and he looked at my brother drinking a drink, and gave him a cheers, and he stopped drinking. He thought he was going nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah. His son has seen my brother when he was a little kid. He was with his aunt. How they say little kids can see stuff.
Yeah.
He's with his aunt at Disney.
Not a place to be.
Yeah, and he's waving. He's like,
I've never been to Disney.
Yeah, me either. That's the devil incarnate. So, to me, he's waving, and he's like 6. He's waving, going, "Hi, Dio Manny. Hi, Dio Manny." His sister-in-law is like, who are you talking to?
That's weird.
Dio Manny's right there. He's pointing at nowhere. He's pointing, and yeah. I had an ex-girlfriend. Her daughter wanted us to get married, and she's like, I talked to Manny about it. You're good. Like, what are you talking about? So he's always around, man. He's always around.
Let's take a quick break. Mark out for these words.
Holy God, sometimes you just don't want to go to Facebook, you don't want to go to Twitter, you just want to look at a picture and either like it or ignore it or just keep moving on. Well, guess what? The UWC at UWC for Life has its own Instagram. Follow us. See our crazy, wacky adventures. Follow us on to Instagram TV, where you get exclusive stuff that you'll only see on Instagram TV. Stay in the now, stay in the wow. UWC for Life on Instagram.
What's up, guys? This is Notorious 107 Homicide. You listening to Shooting with Friends. Ole, 51-50.
Okay, let's try to lighten the mood a little bit. We're going into the shooting range. The way the shooting range works is one word association to a name that I'm going to read you. Okay. Now, mind you, I wrote this list way before you came, so I have no idea what you're going to say about anybody. So no answer is a wrong answer. It's only your answer.
Yep.
Okay, you ready?
Shoot.
But also,
yeah,
if we need to expand on the name and you want to talk a little bit about it,
yeah,
feel free.
All right.
First one up, I don't know why, but I felt the name Rick Rude.
Underutilized.
Absolutely. Deacon. I love that face. You're like...
Let's come back to Deacon. I like Deacon.
Yeah, I do too, actually.
You know what, though? I gotta say he's a good guy.
Yeah, he is a good guy.
He gave us our first opportunity.
He is a good guy.
Yeah, good guy.
BCW.
Buffalo, we never worked for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's, all right. Titus Smith.
That's my mother flipping man.
No, you could curse. Okay,
yeah. I'm trying not to curse, man. It's Sunday, and I always say sorry, Jesus, because I'm trying to work.
Well, nobody knows because this airs on Saturdays.
Oh, yeah. So, my man, like true friend, true brother, and it's just the same feeling I get with you, I get with him. I see him, and it's just all love and
That's
love.
my brother.
Yeah, and his daughters are so cute.
I fucking love
Shayna.
Them. Yep.
I remember you saying, Shayna is a worker. She's not a woman. It's like sleeping with your sister.
I did say that.
And then, lo and behold, she's already in love.
I know, and I'm looking at him going, what are you doing?
Anyway. You're in love with Rob.
We've never talked about that either. Anyway.
Yeah. No, they're the cutest people.
They are.
They are.
I'm
awesome.
happy they're happy.
Yeah,
really.
yeah, me too.
Cheeseburgers.
Oof. Good, because I'm a chicken guy.
Dewey Lee.
Yeah. Straight dude. He was always straight with us. There's no lying in him.
He's gay, right?
Yeah. That was a pun on words. Dum. That was a pun on words. And you know what? We didn't even care. We don't care.
I love that dude.
His wedding pic photos were fantastic.
He was on here like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Good guy.
He's a great guy.
Go listen to that podcast.
And I love the mother trucker gimmick. I love all that. And you know what? He's just always a good person. I still remember him. We saw him at a club. He's like getting it,
he's getting into it.
I'm like, yeah, baby, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's always been a cool dude.
Him and Cryptic came out.
Cryptic, here we go. He's not on my list. All right, next person. Janet Jackson. Why did I feel like you needed
Janet Jackson? Man, there was a woman at the dance hall last night that had like the Janet Jackson bedazzled like thing going on.
Yeah.
With the shoulder pads on.
Okay.
Janet Jackson's still fine, man.
Dude, I have a shirt that did you get me that shirt? Where did I get that shirt? I got a shirt of Janet Jackson from the Janet album, when her tits are like covered. Yep. It's a t-shirt of that. So it's like just her with her
I still remember her on Good Times being Penny.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Riot's
listen, I think Ryan was an underused talent.
Absolutely.
I think that his character was way before time Because if you look at the Fiend gimmick, it's
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And I think he's a great physique.
Yep.
Just
I don't even think he
all-
works anymore, though.
No,
I think he's done.
a really, really good guy. He was one of the founding fathers. And I feel like founding fathers of MFW. You know, me, Manny, well, Dave, obviously, number one.
You know, I used to work there, right?
Yeah.
I worked there way before you guys.
MFW?
Yeah.
No.
I got footage.
Cap.
It was me and Bombboy, Matt Bombboy, Kaz, or Chance Taylor.
Oh, no, that was the one we hit. No, we started that one in our town, MFW. Maximum
Yeah,
Force.
no, yeah, that's the one.
Really?
Yeah, he used to do it in Auburn.
Oh, that's right, Auburn. That's right.
That's where
right.
we started.
No, yeah. That's
Look
our
at me
division.
going. I can tell you stories.
Yeah, yeah,
It was a
no.
weird fucking place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I worked there the day that Eddie died. We all did frog splashes. That's weird.
Yeah, and I remember he's on my Mount Rushmore.
Eddie? Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
UW.
That's Hellcats, right?
No, Ultimate Wrestling. The one that was Terry Cadillacs at one point.
Oh, yeah, we did that.
We were in a match together.
We were in the Battle Royal,
Yeah, I know. We did.
Yeah.
I have the footage.
and I had to tell a person to stop stiffing me, or you're gonna get one back. Go with it, man. Go with it. I'm like, no, we're not. And I had I grabbed him like an iron claw fist under like the second rib, and he got the point real quick.
There you go.
Yeah,
Batman.
dope.
Yeah.
He slept with Wonder Woman.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
He slept with Wonder Woman, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like everybody, honestly.
Yeah.
He's a fucking
Oh
pimp.
yeah. Oh,
Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
bro, one of the greats. Murderer though. One of the
Whoa! Wow!
allegedly. Sorry.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. He was one of the first wrestlers that we connected with.
Absolutely.
Because
Me
he
too.
looked Puerto
Me too.
Rican. And nobody really realized in 1980 the mother was jacked. All
dude,
of them
he
were,
was
even
scary.
Virgil was jacked.
Yes, he was.
Everybody was jacked. They had all
'Cause
that
they knew that was how it was.
Yeah, all that cocaine and steroids was a great combination. I still remember him going. I still remember all the on top of the cage. He leaped off the top of the cage for the last time in Buffalo, New York.
Did he really?
He did.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but we actually that show we were on, Johnny Pumpkin's show. It was in
Oh, yeah. I wasn't booked on that show because...
we were supposed to destroy Rob and Eric.
Yeah. That was the one show that I wasn't booked on
Yeah.
because me and us... Anyway, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, so we went in and we beat up Rob, and then he got mad at us because we weren't beating up Eric. He wanted us to destroy Eric. I go, "Man, I think my brother threw him out in the crowd. It was in Lockport. It was in Lockport.
Yes.
Yeah. And, you know, my sister-in-law was there, and my sister-in-law had never seen me wrestle
Okay.
because Jimmy Superfly was there. That was her favorite wrestler, and he was there, and he walked in smelling like a freaking bag of weed.
Oh, yeah.
skunk. And he looked at me. He didn't say nothing to nobody else. He looked at me, and then he goes, brothers.
Yeah.
You know? And he saw my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law is a very attractive woman.
Yeah.
And my brother just happens to be one of those people you don't want to mess with.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, my God, Jimmy. He saw my sister-in-law in the middle of the line. He goes, no, you, come over here. Trying to hug her and stuff.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
sounds about... Well, I could tell you a story after, when we're off the air. I'll tell you a story
sure.
about him.
Yeah.
All right, so Shadowcat.
I like Shadowcat. He does amazing stuff for his size.
Okay.
He does amazing stuff for his size. I've been to a couple of his shows.
Okay.
And yeah, man, he's a friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
OSPW. What was that look? You just made a look.
Because I'm going a blank because there's so much good that came out of OSPW.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
And then so much like not good.
No, I understand.
Right.
I understand.
I think that OSPW was a training ground.
Okay. All right. Mr. Perez.
Dope, my brother.
Hot sauce.
Depending on what you're talking about, flavor hot sauce or like picante, like spicy.
I just put it out there. I just said hot sauce.
Listen, man. Well, in Spanish, it's picante.
Yes.
Because, you know, red hot used to be a lot spicier.
Yep.
And now it's more like a flavor. Put that shit on anywhere. Like,
Yeah. No.
now, like, I love hot sauce.
Okay. Brian Eminon.
Another brother, man.
All right.
He was, you know, always, you know, after the unfortunate incident in OSPW where I think Trip or him pulled Manny's pants down, we started using suspenders.
Oh,
And my
I
brother
think I heard about that. That was
brother
before I came.
Yeah, my brother was really, really upset.
Really?
He wanted to beat the crap out of everybody. I'm like, dude, it just happened. No, we know. Like, that's their gimmick.
Yeah.
You
They're
didn't put your
just supposed to
underwear.
be goofballs.
You didn't pull the underwear. You didn't pull the other one down. You just had draws on or whatever. But my brother hated looking weak.
I got you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Tupac.
still alive.
Ooh.
Yep.
All right. That's a Bruce Davis.
Bruce.
I love that face.
No. Bruce was another A-type personality.
Yep.
He wanted. Nobody understood. When I understood that he wanted the best thing for the show,
He does.
he was an investor in people.
Yes.
That's what he is, an investor in people. And he wanted it possible.
I never had a bad experience with Bruce.
No.
I know other people had,
Yeah.
and he always did good shit for me.
Oh yeah,
So,
look what he did. That trailer full of stuff. That
Yeah.
the ring.
He
was in
did
there,
a lot of
everything.
good shit.
Everything, man.
AEW.
Oh, AEW cluttered
I agree.
because I feel like it's almost like old school WCW,
Yep.
and they promote it because I really don't watch too much. They promote it to be a new. Nothing in wrestling has ever not been done.
I agree.
It's just a revamp of every other gimmick, right?
Yep.
So, we've been to AEW show in Erie. We got tickets for like $17, and we
I
sat.
bet.
Yeah, it's great, and it looks like old school WCW. The promotion stuff is good, but I'm not sure of the storylines, man. They let the wrestlers write their own storylines. It's good wrestling. If you're looking at Premier League good wrestling,
Okay.
I have a hard time with one of the characters that does all that Cactus Jack, Mick Foley.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna
Gruesome shit.
Yeah, man, that's not. We all know. Look, one of my favorite wrestlers is Miz because he's never been hurt. Yeah,
I never hear
think
anybody
about
say
this.
that.
Think about this, dude.
Yeah.
Miz has been there for 20 years plus.
Yes, he has.
Never been hurt. Goes
Yep.
to everything, and he's straight.
He's whatever they need.
And he, you know what though? He's like one of the first wrestlers that's okay with him being mid card.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
and you look at the gimmicks they give him. Remember the Mizdow gimmick was the Damien Mizdow gimmick.
I think that was the best
the
gimmick.
best gimmick, and Damien Mizdow, like Damien, what's his the full name?
Sandow. I don't even know
Sandow.
what his name is now. He's in
He should have
NWA.
won. He should have cashed the. He should have let. They should have let him win.
Yeah.
Against Cena.
Yeah.
Because he was hot, man. And I think
They do that. They always do that.
Just like what's his face? You don't see him. It's like yeah. LA Knight.
Yeah.
I
Well, they
like-
just gave him the
Yeah, no,
US
now,
belt.
but he was really hot for a while though. But
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they
no,
fucking
it's good.
missed out on it.
Yeah,
He's getting
AEW,
old.
I like watching it on the chance that I'm not watching anything else.
Yeah.
And the women divas there.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
Macho Man.
Intense,
Okay. Wolverine.
badass.
Vince McMahon.
Skip.
Johnny Swift.
Determined, I think. I think a lot of people didn't understand. I didn't have that many instances with him, but he was determined to make Rochester a good place to wrestle. And maybe he did it right, maybe he did it wrong, but
Okay.
yeah. Because when Brian bought the company, he's like, he wasn't paying you. We're like, wait, we get paid for this?
That's a whole story within itself.
Yeah.
I swear to God, man. Okay, Nickel City Wrestling, which kind of goes back to the whole shit.
Okay, good. It's a decent promotion. I think it's the same.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with the new guys like in any professional
Yes.
wrestling where, when you're a bigger guy or not in physical shape, you want to take your shirt off. I don't want to see man boobs, man. I don't think anybody. But and they're more worried about the crowd pop than putting on a good wrestling show. They want to come on, like
Yeah, I got you.
yeah.
Big J.
It's another brother, man. We talk regular.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
Not lately, but he's great.
Good.
First manager.
Yes. Rice and Beans.
I make the best.
Chuck Simpson.
Chuck Simpson. Remind me who Chuck Simpson.
He was the promoter of RWI, Rough Wrestling International in Canada.
Oh, we went there once.
Yeah, I remember. It was a bar show.
We went. Yeah, it was a bar show. Canadian Extreme.
Yeah,
We
it was.
did.
Yeah, that was.
And
an
they
interesting
didn't want.
show.
They wanted us to bump for them. I'm like, motherfucker.
The fake DX. I remember.
Yeah. I'm like, dude. Let me tell you about. we wanted to run. We ran in. I was in good shape back then, and we were on like a little documentary.
Really?
They were filming everything, and I'm lacing on my boots, and he's asking me questions and stuff. I'm like, yeah, man, whatever. And we ran in. He goes, "You're just gonna do the spot with them," and I'm like, "All right, dude. Like, it's fine."
I totally remember that because me and Titus wrestled them.
Yeah.
And there was an infamous thing that happened that day, and I remember you guys coming in like, "Yeah, we're running in on these guys," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, those guys."
Yeah. And then like, they're like Hardy Boys versus NDX had a baby.
Yeah,
And they were bigger guys, but they weren't as big as us, and like they're older. And
well, one of them was older, the other one was younger, but it was like the old. Yeah, I know.
You remember that tarp they had on the ring?
Yes.
It was like a slippery vinyl thing. I was like, what? Dude, I ran in, I slid under the ropes because I practiced it. I almost slid through the whole ring.
I just remember it being hard to walk around.
Yeah, and they wanted us to bump for them. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. Well, we'll make you bump. I go, watch your mouth, bro.
Exactly.
You can't make us do something. You want to get, I don't want to go to jail in Canada.
Exactly.
Right.
All right. P. Diddy.
Lucifer's kid.
Woo!
Yeah, the guy's an evil man.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's not good.
When Biggie got shot, because I was old enough, whatever, I said, that's him. I've always said that.
Me too.
That's him. Tupac.
Me too. Me too.
That's him. He did it all.
The more shit that came out, Biggie was trying to. All right, there's another conversation.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a conversation about this. Fuck. Trip.
Another brother, man. His gimmick, his creativity, and his gimmick is top notch to me.
I agree.
Yeah, his showmanship, Shawn Michaels worthy to me.
I agree.
Yep.
Absolutely agree. WWE.
WWE. Bad writing.
Oh, okay.
Bad writing.
All right. Ric Flair.
We're out Mount Rushmore.
Absolutely. Davison Brothers.
The best, the guys possible. Those guys, we talked in our matches, and we were gonna have a match with them.
I remember
in the Pepsi Center.
I remember that was a thing.
And they didn't tell us they were gonna retire.
Yeah.
They didn't tell us they were gonna retire. We're like, man, we were ready to do this whole promo with the whole,
I remember because they came back to the locker room even after they retired just to visit and stuff.
Yeah, I mean those guys. I messaged those guys on Facebook.
Good guys.
Yeah, and really good guys, man. And after that first run-in, man, we had with them, it was like, we're cool, man.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Good. Yeah.
Well, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You just survived the shooting range.
Nice.
All right, man. Everybody out there, do me a favor, mark out for these words.
Hello, this is Thr Smith. I'd like to thank all of you for listening to all of the UWC podcasts. If it's Shooting with Friends, Social Anarchist, or any other possible projects we have coming down the pike. And most of all, we'd like to thank everybody for their support. Outside of listening to the podcast, we also have a tab with our link tree links that will take you to all of our different social medias and our shop. If you help us out by purchasing an item off the shop, it helps out the podcast exponentially. We love making content for you. So please visit the shop, see if there's something that speaks to you. It might be something to wear. It might be something to drink out of. But either way, you're helping out the UWC network. Thank you.
Okay. We're over here getting into a political discussion. All right, so what's next, man?
What's next for me?
Yeah, what's next?
I wanna get back into really good shape.
Okay.
I'm going to be 49 here next month, and I feel like I'm going to be in the best shape of my life in 2025.
Okay.
And I want to do some charity stuff with wrestling, bring it back to Dunkirk, which is
Really?
a very hot town. Very hot town. If I start wrestling again in Dunkirk at least 3 times a year, we can definitely do some good for some people out.
I will put this out there. I'm retired, but if you ever want to do something like that,
dude,
you call me. I will
Trust
be there.
Me. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. I am going to book the show myself.
Okay.
Right? I'm booking the show myself for the people that meant something to me in the wrestling world.
Okay.
Right? You, Titus, Perez, Trip, Riot, if he wants to come back. Riot, if you hear me, we want you back.
You better get Trip while you can, man.
I want Doberman.
Oh, wow.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, Scotty Roberts. That was his name in PD. He's our manager.
He's a good dude.
He's one of the best dudes. And people didn't understand that. He is another character.
Yeah.
If you give him something, he will make it the best. The 12th man gimmick.
Yeah.
The Bobby Eagle gimmick. I
remember that.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
When he was our manager in PWR, it was great.
Huh.
He was like the best manager at the time for us, and he spoke great on the mic. He made people hate us. I remember we were, and we're crazy, right? I'm crazy. I'm over the top. We were in PWR, and this bigger guy, he was like 600 pounds. Mind you, we're like 320, 330. I'm jacked. To my standard, I was jacked. And he's like, and he was talking to me, you guys suck. He's taking up 3 chairs, man.
Yeah.
You guys suck. I go, what the say to me? And I push the rail. I'm smacking myself, like smacking ourselves, and I'm pulling my hair out. Man, he's like, come on, let's get out of here. I'm like, no, F this guy. I'm like, I'm gonna see you after. Like, yeah. And people are like, oh, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
And so we have this gimmick where we just crushed everybody. It was Jamie, who were the owner, and James Santel.
Okay, I don't know who that person.
And so James Santel was a wrestler that we wrestled. He was in Erie, and he's like, "Man, you guys look familiar."
Yeah.
I go, he goes, "How long you been wrestling?" I go, "No, a little bit." But we went to our first wrestling show in Jamestown for King Kong Bundy.
That's a long time ago.
Very long time ago, 1990 something.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Get the F out of here." He goes, "I was at that show as a little kid. I remember both of you."
That's funny.
Yeah. And so we had this run of shows that we just beat the piss out of them, and it's just whatever. The first time we beat the piss out of them, we just destroyed them, and that guy came up, whatever. And then the next time, he's right in front row again. And I go out to him, and then after I go, yeah, I remember you. You got something to say to me? He holds this sign up. It says respect. And so, and then, obviously how it goes, and we crush.
Yeah.
They get a couple moves over, and then the tide turns.
Yeah.
Doberman was the best manager because it was like Mr. Fuji type.
Yeah, okay.
He did so well that the crowd wanted him to get beat up. And the last match we had, one of the last matches was a boot on a pole match. I don't know why boot on a pole, whatever.
Like a boot, like a shoe?
Like a shoe, and like
That's
a boot,
weird.
right? Yeah, it was weird. And then they got a hold of him. He had the boot in his hand. They grab him. He throws it over the back, and then the guy turns around, bang! They hit him with the boot.
Yeah.
And then after being arrogant and we almost escaped, whatever. It was a great storyline, and it was a loser go home match in a cage match. Loser go home, career's done.
Yeah.
James Santel flies off the top. We're putting all of our moves in. Jamie comes up with, and they end up, we bring Doberman slides a chair in. Chair backfires.
Yeah.
DDT'd. Manny, I took the pin I took a pin. Manny never took a pin.
Yeah, I know you said that.
DDT on the chair. Loser go homes. We crawl out on our bellies off, whatever. And the crowd pop was amazing. We lost our tag team titles in PWR.
Yeah.
To women.
Okay.
In front of 600 people.
And I bet those women were over like crazy.
Stephanie, yeah. I forgot their names. Sassy Stephanie, and her name was Angel Dust back then.
Why does that sound familiar, Angel Dust?
She's...
I feel like I've heard of her.
Yeah, she's got a different name now.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean...
Crazy.
The pop of the crowd was amazing. We actually did the Lockport show, too. So, we've been in front of some people. We actually took a seminar with Carlito at the Maryland Championship Wrestling. So, and they still use our promo gimmick for training purposes, my buddy says.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
yeah, Carlito was a good dude. I did a couple shows with him.
Yeah.
In Carolinas. All right, brother. I think we're gonna get going. I mean, if anybody wants to find you on the internet, are they able to? Or?
Yeah, just Instagram. Just type in my name, John J. Escobar. Facebook. You might have to follow me because I got like 5,000 friends.
Oh, there you go.
Everybody have any video of me, my brother wrestling? I'd appreciate it. Just send me a DM.
I'm gonna do what I can to see what I can get a hold of.
Yeah,
seriously.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right, guys. It's the end, man. So do me a favor, tune in next week and keep shooting.